Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Justin from Neo. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about what we believe here at Neo and what we're building in service of that belief. So we're a team of nerds here at Neo, but there's one little nerdy idea that we really cling on to. And it's this idea that neural networks are not just like another tool in your software toolbox. In fact, we really like Andrej Karpathy's radical notion that neural networks and advanced machine learning techniques are the next evolution of software. They're software 2.0. And I know that sounds like a buzzword, but I actually think this is quite definable. So software 1.0 is code written, it's traditional coding that you think of. It's written in very human-friendly language like C, Python, C++. It's stuff anybody here could understand and write. So anything leak code, right? You want to add up all the numbers in an array. Everybody here could easily do that in any language they're familiar with. But now, what if you need to code something that you or no human being knows how to code? Nobody here knows how to make a program that can take an image and tell you if there's a cactus in it, or take a scan and tell you if there's a tumor in it. That's where we need to use some of these more advanced techniques, or software 2.0. But the thing is, software 2.0 is not written in human-friendly code. It's not in Python, it's not in C++, it's not written in anything you or I could read. It takes the form of these millions, or now we're in the billions, of different neurons with trillions of different weights between them. So when you have this type of form factor for this code, it becomes exponentially more difficult. No human being on Earth knows how to edit software in this format. But now let's talk about the evolution of how software 1.0 is written. So it started with pretty simple text editors like Vim. Then you had nice, sleek IDEs like VS Code. And now we have like really beautiful and highly leveraged AI native solutions like Cursor that really just turn regular engineers into superheroes. But when we go to the comparable side of software 2.0 and machine learning, we are missing that. We have the base building blocks like NumPy and PyTorch. We have some auto ML solutions, which honestly don't work that well. Most people still stick with PyTorch. But we don't have this third AI native solution that really allows an ML engineer to leverage the hell out of their time. Until now. That's what we are trying to build here at Neo. We want to build that cursor, the Devon, for software 2.0, because there's an infinite capacity for humanity to consume good software. That's why even though there's 30 million software engineers, we're constantly hearing about teams that have to decide between one project when they have a dozen they want to pursue. And that goes double for machine learning engineers, because while there's 30 million regular software engineers out there, there's only 300,000 machine learning engineers. So imagine how many great software 2.0, imagine how many great pieces of software 2.0 just never get built. Not anymore, though. So it's an iceberg. So all of the solutions right now only serve the tiny amount of companies that have those ML engineers, but there's so many different use cases for every industry. We're seeing that even some machine learning tools are going to start encroaching on regular software programs. So Karpathy brings up this great example of how databases, we're starting to see that in theory, a relational database powered by machine learning is actually more space efficient and faster to access than traditional SQL databases. So that's all in the future, and that can only happen if we have an easy way to mass produce software 2.0 and write these amazing machine learning programs. So let's talk about our solution. So it's a pretty standard agent interface, but the real amazing part is what we've built into the agent and the reasoning that we've baked into its intelligence, basically. So here you can see we gave it a example data set from Kaggle. It's a Goodreads data set, just people's reviews and how those reviews relate to their perception of other books. And it immediately starts planning. It starts thinking about the problem, what steps it should be taking, and exactly what type of machine learning approach it should look at. But then, so yeah, this is kind of the example. It uses all the same tools that a human ML engineer would use, and it has its own workspace where it can execute code, modify the data sets, and do everything that you would need to do before you start training. But I think this is actually kind of where the secret sauce lies. So if you actually look at that data set, it's not just all easy numbers that you can run and do machine learning on. Some of the reviews are qualitative. They're not just like a simple number. It's somebody saying, oh, this book was amazing, this book was mid, this book was awful. And Neo actually took the time to recognize that you couldn't train on that, and it built a pipeline to turn all those qualitative reviews into a set number that could be then trained upon. So then you see that it decided to do 20 epochs, and it was checking the training loss. And we didn't have time to show all the full charts. You can check that on the Twitter later. But it did evaluate many different ways of training, different ways of deploying, and it kind of gives the user the option to decide what level of accuracy and throughput and cost they're willing to deal with. So yeah, these are some of our pilot customers that we have right now. We're very happy. We're very grateful to have them. We have like even more great ones that unfortunately we're under NDA and we can't talk about. But yeah, we're very happy to work with these people. And as you can see, it's like a wide range of use cases. Because again, machine learning, you can use it for basically anything where you'd want a piece of software to exhibit more human-like judgment. And I think that's literally every company on earth could use a little help in that regard. So yeah, very simply, just to talk about how big this can get. We hear a lot of talk about like AI employee companies, but we believe that we're actually better poised to be an AI employee company than any of these current players. Because these current AI employee companies, they give these LLMs hands. They give these LLMs the ability to interact with computers and software, but we think by allowing these LLMs to train on your high quality proprietary company data in a secure way, we're actually giving these LLMs brains, which is the key to elevate them from just doing these like rote computer tasks to actually exhibiting, again, human-like judgment and helping really expensive knowledge workers get more done at their jobs. Yeah, that's all there is to it.